Certainly that whole research and development and extension space is critical to rural industry. From a grains industry perspective especially, research and development is the way that the industry has been able to become more and more efficient over the years, become more productive. The grains industry actually has a record of being one of the highest rate of adopters of new technologies as they come on stream. They're very quickly to pick it up, whether it be germplasms or machinery or just farming systems work in general. Grain farmers very quickly recognise the importance of research and development and what that means for their business.
I suppose I compare the beef industry a bit with the grains industry, and I'll look at the grains industry and I see that top operators in the grains industry doing really quite well and expanding their businesses. So you look at their technology and you think, where have they come? And we used to farm a fair bit of country back in the 80s and early 90s, and when I look at the technology those guys have got available to themselves now, it just blows me away. They've got soil mapping, they've got yield measuring on their headers so they know exactly what fertiliser regime to use instead of just having a shotgun approach. They've got tractors that are all operated on GPS and you know, control traffic so you're not compacting all the beautiful soil and you're minimising that, which has led to great yield increases. They've got better varieties which have led to bigger yield increases. When I look at the beef industry, yeah, look, there's been a bit of technology stuff people could argue, but really we've started in business by getting more done with less people, I suppose. We need some big lifts, and we probably don't even know what they are at the moment. If we could know better what's happening with our pasture quantity and quality all the time, it being monitored. Real-time satellite excites me. People throw off about the NBN, but if the NBN can lead us to being able to tap in there and get wide bandwidth on our internet connections and get somewhere close to real-time satellite, and we can have programs looking at our operations and measuring and monitoring everything and guiding us to make better decisions, and we just do things a little bit better and suddenly lift by 10, 20, 30% for not much expense. I mean, they're great improvements.
I think what we've seen over a prolonged period of time in Australia is actually just a very steady cutback in real terms of expenditure in that research and development space. And that's been largely brought about by other budgetary pressures, probably on both state and federal governments. They don't see the priority of constantly maintaining that expenditure for research and development in agriculture. And that's somewhat unfortunate.